bop, 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 ba da ee bop, bee bop, bop, bee bop, bop, ba da ee bop, bop. All right, our audio looks good. I don't seem to be peaking, so I'm gonna turn that off. Alrighty. Let's just get this like this. Okay. Pokemon Violet. はじめまして。よろしくお願いします。こんばんは、皆さん。Oh, I should share that link to the stream. We're gonna play in Japanese, even though I can't read kanji. Uh, that's what we're gonna do. So any cool Pokemon I get here will be Japanese, and I can use them for breeding with my English copy, maybe. So we'll see how that goes. I suspect not well, but I've already finished the game, so I don't think I need to read anything. あなたの名前はジュニア。Should I won't have access to like a Japanese keyboard, right? Yeah, probably not. Unless it's like this. Select keyboard. 日本。ジュニア。Junior. No, that's not how we spell my name, right? How do we spell my name in katakana again? God, I have to try and remember. Junya. Junya? Why not? Junya. I don't believe this is how we spell my name in katakana, but I do find it very funny. Junya. Junya. Junior gets converted into... No, it's Junya! Junya. It is this, it's just without this. And technically it's not Nya, it's Junya. Junya. Nya. Junya. Okay, we'll do that. Though I do like Junya. Alright. Oh, okay, we'll be able to customize even though I can't read anything, I think. Oh wow, we can go immediately to like this? That's pretty weird. No. That's kinda close. We're missing the Ahoge though, right? We're missing my little top piece. Oh, that's cute. We'll have to keep this one in. Cause that kinda works. Some gosh dang cornrows. Alright. I don't think that's what we're gonna go with, just saying. No. Not a Bob. I refuse. No, alright. We're gonna go with it was this one. Yeah. Now let's change our color. Black. Yeah, I mean, that kind of vibes with me, right? Alright. Height. Alright, so what's this one? Is this my eyes and face and gunk? Yeah, okay. I don't think there's gonna be an option to, like, get rid of one of the eyes, so we're just gonna have to deal with that. I think that one works. Alright. Green. Yes, that's my eye color, roughly. Blue, black. That's kind of cool. Is there like a darker green we could go with? No, that's like a lighter green. I don't think we're gonna find a darker green. Oh, maybe. Whoa, what are these eye colors? That's crazy. These eyes are nuts. I don't think I saw these on my first character. Oh, pure black? That's sick. Dude, why can't we have like crazy eyes? What the fuck? Green. I think that works. I don't think we need any makeup. I think that works. I think that's fine. I don't think I can like give myself a blush, can I? These are all like beauty marks. Like moles and freckles and whatnot. Yeah. Okay. Hi. That's us. That is our me. Hi. これで日本ジュニアよろしくお願いします。このゲームはI can't read I can't read Japanese fast enough for that. Like if it's all in kana and hiragana, I can read it. 私は Oh, there's furigana too. That is way too small. I'm never gonna see that. Hitori no. Alright, so we're definitely not gonna be going to classes either. And we're gonna have a really hard time with the Elite Four quiz. I'm gonna have to look up the answers. じゃあ君もポケットモンスターの And then I can't read the furigana. It's too small. the furikana is too damn small. Like if I was sitting like right up on my TV, I could probably read that. たくさんの試験豊かな Is that yuta or uni? 豊かな土地が広がる Parodea. Oh, I know that word. That's the region. ここにはポケットモンスター Alright. Let's get in this. We got a shiny to hunt. Our goal today is to find our first shiny and therefore have our typing for what is to come. Hopefully. That is the dream and the goal right now. That is our primary objective, is to get through this point to the point where we can catch Pokemon and then try and force a shiny to spawn. I have no idea how we're gonna do this or how long it's gonna take. And also not only force a shiny to spawn, but see the shiny, which is like possibly even more important than just having it appear, but actually me not missing it. Ah, Taurus. I don't know what new shiny Taurus looks like. Nemo. Her name is different in Japanese. It's like Nemo. It's like Nemo instead of Nemona. For some reason in English, I think she picked up like an extra character. Oh, はじめまして。よろしくお願いします。Maraidonさん。First time. ポケットモンスター。バイオレット。 I can read that one. You know what? This is a fun game. It's got a ton of technical problems, but I still like it. Oh, the poor flamingos! Imagine if one of these could be shiny in the cutscene. I'd love that shit. Oh. It's like low on batteries. How the fuck does this robot want our sandwich? So these fuckers actually like hang out on our roof, which is cool. I don't think they're what we want our first shiny to be though. Our ideal first shiny would be a Fletchling, so we can evolve it into a Fletchinder and be like a fire type gym leader. Because then we could go for like Houndour and Houndoom, I think. I'm just trying to think of what other fire types there are. It's me. Hello. Get up. Ah, we are a snack. Alright, it's not gonna let me put those on. I do hate that I have to walk downstairs to get told to walk back upstairs. That's just something that annoys me in video games. Well, chat. God, we got some Zora-ass looking feet right now. Holy shit. I never noticed that with my female avatar and my main save. That's crazy. Ohayo, Junya. Ohayo. Ha ha ha. Mama. Achi. でも Ara? Mama out here hitting us with the Ara? Pretty hot. Which one of these is auto save? Janai, miru, suru, suru. I can't tell which one is autosave. Ah! I want to turn off autosave. Which one is autosave? Kamura. Kamura. Jinai. Hi. Alright, let's see if that fixes it. Gomen kudasai. あなたがジュニアさんですね。はい、ジュニアです。よろしくお願いします。クラブル God, the fucking uncanny valley with their robotic ass movements, man. I preferred it when they were just like tiny little things that like were super abstract and you didn't see animations because the animations are bad. And like that's got nothing to do with like the technical performances of the game and everything. Alright. We did not turn off autosave. Save. Oh, here it is. Hi. I think I just successfully turned off autosave. Alright. I don't remember exactly how long all this cutscene shit is. I know it's too long. I know it's too long, but I don't remember how long. We are taking that hat off ASAP. Fuck that noise. God, our shoes, like, our feet look so big, and the way we walk just reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. Which I want to point out is a game I've never played. I would just like to point out that I have never played Kingdom Hearts a day in my life. But I know my feet are some dopey-ass Sora-looking shit. For sure. ここでは... Yeah. So I can't read all of this. I mean, I could read it with the furigana, but it would be very slow because there are still some hiragana and katakana characters that I get confused with, like Sa and Chi. Mostly Sa and Chi for hiragana, and in root and roll in hiragana for sure. And for katakana, it's Ke and Ku. Like I can't tell them apart. I'm still trying to get there for those. Like those 4 characters just fuck me up all the time. The monster. Chio. Oh, look at all these premiere balls this boy's got dangling. Snazzy. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter which starter we pick because we don't get to keep them. Which kind of sucks, but whatever. I wish these weren't shiny locked. But then again, I guess we would just be stuck here for like weeks while I reset for a shiny starter. So it's probably for the best that we can't do that. Instead, we'll get stuck here for weeks while I try and find like a pink pig or a golden fletchling or a red spider. Whatever comes first. I wouldn't mind a spider. There are some good bugs you can get in this game. We can pick up like an early-ish Surskit in theory. I don't know what a shiny Surskit looks like. There's some good bugs in this game. Good variety. Alright, bye Robot Mom. Alright, let's head down to Nemona's house. Who for some reason Clavel is like going to their house too, even though she's not a first-year student and is a champion class trainer. I don't know. So much of the story is extremely convoluted. Like, if we're so new, why are we in her class? Also, she looks like she's like 17 and we look like we're like 12, so why are we in the same class? Like, I don't understand. And slide, do. Wee. It's like one of these weird things where like that part of the story has always made 0 sense to me. How Nemo just looks like she's like way older than we are. But we're in the same class, but she's also like a champion trainer and we've never had a Pokemon before. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Cute cutscene. Like, see, sometimes the game does shit like this, and I'm like, this is great. They clearly put a lot of love into this, and it looks fantastic. I think we're gonna pick up Flake Coco. Even though, again, I'm not gonna be keeping it because there's no way it can be shiny. There she is. Oh, she's so excited. Finally, someone to fight at home. Man, Quaxly's so cute. I'm just tempted to pick Quaxly again. Like, I hated Quaxly's design when I first saw it, but seeing it in game made it grow on me so much. Alright. We still don't know her name yet? Oh, this is where she figures out that she should ask for one too to raise it beside me. Watashi wa Nemo. Yeah, see, like in English her name is Nemona, but in Japan they just call her Nemo. Hi. Yeah. Ore? Watashi? I'm just gonna answer no to every one of her questions. I'm gonna be the worst boyfriend ever. I mean, they're still gonna force me to fight her anyways. Because I did try saying no to her several times in the story. I'm like, I really don't want to fight you right now. Leave me alone. And she's like, nah, man, let's go do it. And I'm like, don't fucking give me the option of choice when it's not an option. That is something in games that pisses me off more than anything else, you know? It's like, you have the option to say no. Sweet, I'm gonna say no. The game's like, ah, but actually, yes. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. No. No nickname. Also, there are some weird things here where, like, we make these Pokemon seem like they have no weight. Like, this boy weighs, like, 5 kilo or something. There's no way we're just balancing him on our, like, skinny-ass arm like this. Quaxley just jumps up onto you like it's nothing. Your character just acts like they don't have mass. It's so weird. God, alright, this is slow. I didn't realize how slow this was when I was like actively reading it and engaged with it. But now that it's all in Japanese and I'm just kind of like partially paying attention to it, it lasts a long time. That's fine. Yatta! So if anyone is watching and is curious, the rules I've given myself are in the description. Well, there's a link to the Google Doc because that's how I do everything in my life. It's just Google Docs. 21.6 pounds. Yeah, there's no way you're just having that thing just stand, like, put all of its pressure on, like, your arm like that. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be releasing it as soon as we get our first shiny anyways. But, you know, it is what it is. It's also a little nuts. Like, I don't know. I don't know when they started giving the starters their elemental attack for the rival fight, but that feels kind of, like, too strong for me. I do love that she, like, intentionally hamstrings herself by picking the Pokemon you're weak to because she gets off on you beating her, and that's her character development. It's just the amount she gets off losing to you just increases as the story progresses. 21.6 pounds. That's insane. Just imagine like 10 kilo jumping up and down on your arms. Like, no, thank you. Like, yeah, me, a grown adult, could handle that for sure. Me, the 12-year-old kid with the arms that are like pasta strings, probably not. Hinoko. Ass. Boom. So. Ah. Oh, it's not letting me control the camera in that fight. Interesting. Boy Coco's kind of cute, though. So, hey, Aiko. How do? I just beat up Nemo for the first time. We're gonna have to do that a lot. She's gotta calm down. This woman has to calm down. Sumimasen. CC. Shite nai. See, this is the problem. All the furigana is so fucking small. There's no way I'm reading that from where I'm sitting, by the way. That's just not happening. If a word is wholly in hiragana or katakana, I can probably read it a little slowly and get it done, but like the kanji, like unless it's a kanji I recognize, like I know that's watashi no, but like after that, you've lost me. I still need to finish my textbook on katakana. I haven't even technically learned and practiced all the katakana yet. I've just learned katakana by living in Japan and seeing it constantly on things that I'm able to pronounce because I know what the name should be in English. And I'm able to like reverse engineer the katakana name. And I'm like, oh, so this is Ro, clearly. I made my character look hella cute though. We gotta get this hat off. I think we're able to catch Pokemon like pretty soon. So we are allowed in this run to catch non-shinies for Pokedex entries, but I do have to release them. Though I guess that means I shouldn't just release the starter instantly, or else I won't be able to get the starter entries. Well, I mean, I guess it might level up while I try and farm my first shiny. Get all the way up to Skeledirge, then release it. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to get the shiny charm in this, since a lot of it involves, like, trading. Rip. Guess I hadn't considered that. Yeah, the starters are shiny locked, and all the legendaries. The ruined Pokemon, the mounts, the starters, they're all shiny locked. So is Charizard. Like the Charizard raid, that one's shiny locked. Yeah, so instead we're gonna... A part of me wants to like wait till I get in the cave with Miraidon and try and catch like a shiny Houndour. So I didn't ever even try catching of the Houndour or anything in that cave because I thought it was like all super scripted. I didn't even think I could fight them. But when I was playing this with a Japanese friend, I was watching her play it for the first time, and I saw her battling the Pokemon in the cave, like the Houndours and the Yungoos. I'm like, wait, you can fight down there? What the shit? I was like, damn it, I should have caught a Houndour. We'll see. I mean, I wish I could be like like the other teacher friend I have here. Because as soon as he walked out of this gate, he immediately found a shiny Tarantula on his first playthrough. Like, instantly. The second he was handed a Pokeball, the red spider just spawned in, and I'm like, god damn it. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes. I won't be able to Union Circle and do the sandwich helping on my own to begin with, but I won't be able to do it at all till I get to a certain point in the story. Probably gonna need at least one shiny before that. Oh man, I'm gonna be so annoyed if I just miss a shiny because I can't see it because I'm so far away from the TV. That's gonna be brutal. But this will be a fun thing to do, you know, at the end of the day, if I've done a bunch of, like, if I've done all the daily stuff I gotta do in Scarlet, I've done my outbreaks, I've done my 6-star raids and 5-star raids, and I'm just like, I still want to play Pokemon, but there's really nothing I want to do here other than a sandwich hunt. And I'm like, if I'm not in the mood for that, I can just hop on here and do a little stream. It's a Lechonk. We're not going to catch this Lechonk, I don't think. It is scripted to fight it, though. Alright, that one's tackle. Oh, maybe we will catch this Lechonk just to get the Lechonk catch out of the way for the Pokedex. And then I can just release it. God, that is a sexy animation. Never has Tail Whip looked so good. Yeah, I believe that. I think I saw that video too, and the guy didn't know how the shiny system worked. He was playing off the old intel from like when the game first came out. That was bad. Where they thought you just had to get to 30 knockouts and then start soft resetting all the Pokemon, and everyone that spawned had the shiny odds boosted. But actually, it's only the next Pokemon that spawned that had the shiny boost, and you're supposed to just keep catching them. I saw a guy who's like, yeah, this took like 800 hours, and then like he immediately described the way he tried to catch shinies. I'm like, oh, that's why, because you were doing that wrong. You had bad intel, man. That's not good for you. I actually like battle stuff, and like I like tricks that you can use to boost shiny odds without having the shiny charm. I think that's pretty neat. Alright. So, it took him 2 years on and off, yeah. Is this the release? No. Yamero. Oh, can I not release yet? Narebekeru? Yeah, alright. I don't think I can release yet. I don't know when we get the ability to release Pokemon yet. But it's not right now. Alright, let's hunt for a shiny. Seeing a lot of Spires and Lechonks. We can just let's go all these down. Do I have boxes yet? I do have box. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I wouldn't mind a shiny Hoppip. Flying would be a good type for us to start with. It would give us an advantage against both of the first gyms. There are a ton of flying types we could try and farm a shiny for if needed. I still haven't seen a shiny Lechonk in the flesh before. Oh, you're doing your Christmas decorations now? That's pretty sweet. I don't have any decorations, so I'm sad. However, I did go to the convenience store earlier before heading out to pick up this game, and they had the Christmas decorations up, and that was pretty pog. I like walked into the Lawson, and they had the Christmas decorations up, and I was like, oh! It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Okay, one of my teachers has the kids listening to Last Christmas at the start of class and trying to get them to sing it. Ugh. Yeah, it's good to get the Christmas shopping out of the way early. I don't remember how far we can go before we fall off the cliff. I'd like to get a shiny before we go down into the pit. Or I'd like to catch a shiny in the pit. But I'm basically not going to leave the tutorial area. Can I pull up my map? Yeah, I'm basically not... Okay, hello, yes. I think we need to get our first shiny before we head here, basically, is my goal. So, like, we can push the story along till we get to this point here. But we're not going to go into Mesogoza or whatever the fuck it's called till I get a shiny. However long that takes. If it's not today, it's not today, but we'll try. I don't really have any Christmas shopping to do either. That's actually like a funny photo. I like that. That's a funny picture. Like it would be really funny if it was like a whole slideshow of just the process of him buying the thing. That would be very funny to me. If it was like a digital picture frame that just played a slideshow and it was just him like buying the damn thing, I'd find that very funny. Man, if a shiny spawns up there and I can't get it, oh, I'm gonna be heartbroken. We can hit that, right, Flake Coco? Get up there. Oh, good. We drew him down. Alright, that's good. Hey, Nemo. We aren't getting as many fletchling here as I'd like. I don't have a lot of Christmas stuff to get, because I don't really have anyone here that I interact with. It's just me. Oh. I did not even see you there, buddy. He's just hiding out. I wouldn't mind getting him shiny either. Again, like I said, bug types are pretty sick. And that's actually a shiny I just don't have yet. Though I could probably get it in X, I think. I think that's when that Pokemon was introduced, right? Let's head back towards the house. I have caught like a shiny Hoppip in this field before, but it was with a sandwich. When I was looking for Fletchling. Just knock all these out, get the spawns refilling. Shiny Hoppip gives me like heart palpitations though, because like it's the same color of green as like Jumpluff or whatever the frick it's called. So like whenever a group of them spawn and I see a few Hoppips and I just see that big green color, I'm like, oh my god, is there a shiny? I'm like, oh no, no. It's just the evolve form, which looks exactly like the shiny base form. God damn it. Any more dupe or whatever these things are called? Blip bugs? No, it's not a blip bug, right? What is this? What are you? Scatterbug. It's a scatterbug. I remembered. Blipbug was shield. Dupiter was shield. I actually like Dupiter. I think that's like a cool like aquatic spider. I think it's sick. You know, for a few years there, Pokemon designs kind of like went off the rails, I feel, but then they kind of found them again. I like pretty much all the Pokemon in this generation. Like, I haven't had any Pokemon this generation where I'm like, this is like an ugly miss. Like, I haven't really hit a Pokemon yet that I'm like, I don't want to see this thing again. At least I don't think I have. I mean, I know people like to meme on Flamigo, but like, Flamigo's fucking fine. Pidgey's just a bird, man. Oh, there you go. Memories coming back to you. Scatterbug was introduced in X, right? Because, like, that was one of the gimmicks for its final evolved form was, like, the regional differences in the color pattern. Can we even get the Squawkabillies on top of our house without Miraidon? Or do they not spawn up there until later in the story? I'm curious. No, they're there. Yeet. No, okay. I don't think we can get them then. Oh, neither of them were shiny. I remember being so excited for X and staying up till midnight so I could play it, and then just not being able to download it for like 9 hours because it wasn't releasing until like 9 in the morning EST, and I figured it would come out at midnight the day it came out. Because I'm an idiot. And I keep forgetting that, you know, unless you're going to a physical midnight release, you don't get to play Nintendo games until like midday the day it releases. Because that's when they turn the digital service on. God, that pissed me off. It almost killed all my excitement for X because I was so like hyped for it, and then I couldn't play it. For like, I was just like, well, I guess I'm gonna go to bed. And I finally figured out what was going on at like 2 in the morning. Struggling trying to get the game to work. Oh, I was so pissed. We can go up this way, right? Yeah, the collapse doesn't happen here. There's like a Palmo over here that spawns consistently, right? We can try and get a shiny Palmo. That's like, what, electric fighting type? I mean, that works with like Flamigo. and like Mankey. Mankeys spawn around here. Just trying to think of other Pokemon that share types. At least until I get to the point where like raids are a thing. I don't even know when raids like... Are raids always a thing? I don't remember. Can I not pick up this item? There we go. Oh, I couldn't pick it up when the Sway Coco was picking it up. It just hadn't loaded up the picking up animation yet. You're not shiny, right? Nah, you're normal. Ah! I walked into a pig. You're not shiny. Get out of here, Lichel. Yeah, I hope so. I wanted to hit Skeledirge before I release it. I don't know. There are a lot of spawns here. I mean, if that's what happens, that's what happens. I mean, I'm like wholly convinced we won't even get it tonight before I'm like, you know, I'm turning this off and going to bed. Or I'm switching, I'll take a break and I'll switch over to Scarlet so I can hunt some shinies. I'm fucked, man. I will literally sit here and play Scarlet for like 8 hours and then go, man, I'm kind of out of things to do that aren't just sandwich hunt resetting, and I'm falling asleep doing those because I find them a little boring. I need to take a break. I better switch over to Arceus and catch some shinies. That's literally what I do. It's like, I'll just play Pokemon for 8 hours. I'm like, man, I really need a break. Here, let me switch over to this other Pokemon game and hunt shinies in here. Or, you know, I should give the Switch a rest, you know, let it cool off for a while. I'll go play my 3DS for a bit. My Apex play has really suffered since deciding that getting this Living Shiny Dex in home was a thing I cared about. For sure. I haven't even come close to hitting Platinum this season yet. Though I have been doing alright on my Battle Pass. Yeah, it's good that the Let's Go battle doesn't kill shinies, but sometimes it glitches. So like if you send your Let's Go edit a shiny, it'll just stand next to it. I really wish it gave like a ping that it wouldn't fight it because there's something weird about that Pokemon or something. Because that's what happened with my Bronzong. I'm like, is that Bronzong different? And I threw my thing at it and it just stood next to it. But sometimes the Let's Go feature just breaks. And when I throw out the Pokeball, it doesn't do anything. It'll just stand next to things. And I'm like, is this a shiny? Oh no, you're just bugged. I have to actually throw you out with the trigger and then target with the bumper again for you to work. I don't know how resetting the spawns in the cave would work is the thing. Because I never tried doing any of that while I was down there. Having like a shiny Houndour as a starter though would be pretty metal. Oh, this Pomo didn't respawn. Alright, never mind. We can scratch that one off the list. It might reset if we walked into our house, but like that's a further walk than I internalized. I'm used to coming through here on my mountain, so it's just super fast. Oh no, there's a Pomo over here. Wow. Freaking Lechonks, man. I have to say, they have done an amazing job with this game because it's like, and maybe this is just high grade like copium, but like I really like it, and it's shit. Like the technical problems in it are terrible, and the animation like outside of like a pre-rendered cutscene is real rough, especially when it like involves like characters like giving each other things and just walking around each other. It's like really not great, but like. And like the crashes and everything else, but playing the game just is so fun. It's really good. And you gotta credit where credit's due. You took a game that is like a fucking technical mess and made it really fun. I don't know if you saw, Aiko, but I hatched a shiny Dondozo yesterday. I had an idea for Dondozo for like my little fake competitive Pokemon team I'm building. Just for when inevitably Noriko and Rudy are like, hey, let's battle. And I'm like, you realize, Rudy, that Noriko is just going to kill us, right? Like, you realize Noriko, like, eats and breathes this shit nonstop to, like, excess. And is, like, competitive Pokemon brained. Like, we will lose this fight. but I want to have a team prepared so I can at least maybe get an attack off or like one knockout on Noriko's team. And I came up with a stupid idea for a Dondozo, so I ended up breeding one with like 5 IVs, shiny, the nature I wanted it to have. And I'm like, alright, I have an idea for this. I've never built a shiny Pokemon before. I've never PvP battled before since Pokemon Red. I have no idea how this works, but I'm gonna try and build a team and at least something that can at least like get one knockout. If I can get one knockout on another player, I'll be happy. That's all I want. Like, I don't know, man. The competitive Pokemon scene is crazy, man. Balloon and Terrestrialize to Electric. That's a good idea. You can't get Shed Ninja in this game yet, right? Ninkado's not in here yet. Trust me, like, once I can get my shiny Shed Ninja in here, I will get my shiny Shed Ninja in here. For sure. It's in Shield right now with my my all shiny bug team, which is like Volcarona, Orbeetle, Shed Ninja. I want Buzzwole in the team. I've been grinding the Buzzwole adventure raids trying to get my shiny Buzzwole. To no avail. And I wanted to get, what were the other ones I wanted to get? I wanted to get a Volcabeat. Was like the last one, right? It's like Buzzwole. Hold on, I have to count Pokemon on my hands here like an idiot. Volcarona, Shed Ninja, Orbeetle, Buzzwole, Volcabeat. That's like 5. I'm missing a 6th. I keep forgetting what the 6th one was. I think I wanted to go with like the Water Spider maybe for some sort of coverage, or the Frostmoth. I just wanted to pick up like another bug with like a cool secondary typing to give us a little more coverage. Not that I intend to ever use that team for anything, and have not built any of the Pokemon on there. I have no idea what their IVs are. I just, as long as I get the shiny of them, then I can have the team together and it'll be cool for me. Which I guess is fair. On the bright side, I think we'll be able to farm up like infinite items while we're here. Ah, God, if one of these was golden, I'd cream myself, man. If we could get a Talonflame for our first shiny, like, the run's over. I think I could pretty much win the game with just, like, a level 50 Talonflame, maybe, if its stats are alright. If it could outspeed everything else, I think I could probably manage it. Just by hopping into flies and shit. I just love Talonflame. I have a huge, like, loyalty bias for Talonflame these days. Ever since I was hatching the eggs and stuff in X, it's just become, like, the love of my life. It's also, like, the sexiest bird Pokemon, which is, like, a plus. I really don't want to trigger the cutscene. Okay, we can come up here without triggering it. Good. Gives us more places to explore, more spawns to reset. Feels good. More items to get. Bunch of potions, some revives. All crucial things. Because we really don't want to ever black out if we can help it. Alright, let's just run through these here real quick. I don't think we're gonna hit level 30 before I get a shiny, because these things are gonna start giving like basically no experience. Yeah, like I'm already getting like 2 experience from these. I didn't realize Coco was already level 12 though. Oh, that's just a normal pig. That's just a gosh dang normal pig. Oh man, I really would love to get a shiny Scatterbug. I think a shiny Scatterbug is like white. I think it's like a white shiny, which is gonna make it real hard for me to notice. I say that, but almost every shiny I've got in this game, 1 in 4,096. Yeah, I know. I mean, to be fair, I could push the story forward a little bit to the point where we get to the first town, but not go to the capital. Because I believe at that point we still don't have another scripted battle, right? Like at no point do I need to fight. I could get to that point and then I could totally like bully someone to come Union Circle and give me a sandwich to like double my odds. But I'm gonna hold that off as like a last resort. Unless a friend volunteers. If a friend's like, hey man, want me to come in and give you a sandwich? I'll be like, fuck yes. But until we get to that point, I'm not gonna get to that point. However, I do consider that a perfectly legitimate way to get shinies. That doesn't involve trading, so I'm totally into that. But I don't have 2 switches, so there's no way I can do it myself. I can't go and give myself sandwiches. I need to have someone willing to volunteer while I'm live. It's 1 in 4,096, but like the reason so many people are finding shinies in this game, I feel, is like in Pokemon normally, typically, you have to fight Pokemon to encounter them, right? But like here, look, bam, 4 encounters instantly. I turn away and bam, it's like 5 more encounters. Right? Like the encounters rate is just so high because you're seeing all the Pokemon in like potentiality that normally you don't see. You would just have to walk into. It's a lot easier to spawn 4,000 Pokemon in this game than to like force 4,000 grass encounters in like Ruby, I feel. Like maybe I'm wrong, but like it feels like that's why people are finding shinies like so much in this game, even full odds, because you're seeing so many Pokemon all the time. And every new Pokemon that pops up is a brand new spawn. And it's constant. I just caught another shiny Poliwhirl tonight trying to chain fish for my goddamn Basculin. I got like my 4th shiny Poliwhirl in X today. Well, see, that's the thing, right? Like, because in the other games, you don't see the shiny, like, in the world, right? I think it's a lot harder to just accidental into full odd shinies in those older games than this game, even if the odds are the same. Because in this one, I don't need to fight 4,000 Pokemon to see 4,000 Pokemon, like 4,000 encounters. I just need to walk up and down this hill for a few hours, and I'll hit there eventually. You want to join me on the Living Shiny Dex hunt? I can give you all my spare shinies I get. I have a spare Ghastly and a spare, oh, Fuecoco's evolving. No, I triggered the cutscene. No, what? I got up this hill before without doing this? God damn it. Fuck. Damn it. Dick's butt. I have a spare shiny Ghastly and a spare shiny Poliwhirl right now. If you wanted to get on that shiny Living Dex game, Aiko, they're yours. Any spare shiny I get is yours if you want it. Like, I owe you. I owe you so much. Like, you don't understand. I'm okay, though? Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. I think, like, again, I'm I don't think there is a mandatory scripted fight until after you go to the town. Like, you go to school. Like, I think on the way to school you get the Star Goons, and that's your first fight that you have to mandatory do after the tutorial one. So, like, I don't mind doing the cutscene. No music? Sag? Did I turn the music off in game? Or is there no background music in the game? BGM is at 10. I'm sorry. You mean why am I not playing music? Because I have ADHD and it really fucks with me. Like, when I'm shiny hunting, if I think there's a chance a shiny is going to spawn, I have to turn off whatever YouTube video I'm listening to focus. Oh, the cutscene killed the music. I mean, I'll push the cutscene ahead here after my next pass through here, okay? And then we can get the music back. Like, for some reason, like, sometimes I can't function without, like, background music. Or, like, if I'm walking, I really need background music to not just go batshit insane. But if I'm doing something that requires, like, focus, I need music off. Like, when it comes to, like, the shiny hunting, I got, yeah, well, I'm glad you pointed it out, because I definitely wouldn't have noticed. Just saying. And it's like the alternative if I'm trying to have a conversation with someone. Like, if we're in a car and we were listening to music and then someone tries to talk to me, I'm like, alright, turn the music off. I can't process what you're saying if music is playing at the same time. Like, I need you to fucking turn the music off. It's just, I don't know. My brain don't work too well. Let's do a little loop here. The problem is I'm not gonna be able to weaken whatever shiny I come across because White Coco is gonna be too high a level. I'm gonna have to just try and catch it to full health with my Pokeballs. I can save before the encounter, right? But I won't be able to like quit out to reload, right? It's not like Arceus where you can save in front of a shiny, close the game, turn the game out, and the shiny will still be there, right? I think you can do that in Arceus, right? Nah, maybe not. I'm glad I never do that shit. And I just catch shinies when they show up. I don't know how these games work. Yeah, I also don't think I would have a hard time catching one of these Pokemons without weakening in it. I'm pretty sure it would happen at some point. Like, I never understand people, like, weakening shinies and, like, accidentally knocking them out. I'm like, why? Why did you ever weaken a shiny? Like, even in Scarlet, when I find, like, a level 58 shiny, I never hit it. It might get burned by attacking my Talonflame and because of Warm Body, but I never attack the Pokemon. Like, what are you crazy? Why are you doing that? Why even risk it? I'm just like, just throw a Quick Ball. Quick Ball doesn't work, throw a Dust Ball. If that doesn't work, just fucking keep throwing balls. I had that happen to Basculin in X, where it kept breaking the Pokeball, and it got burned by Talonflame, and it got so low, and then it used like Takedown or something and knocked itself out. And I was just throwing balls the whole time, like I never attacked it. It set itself on burn with Talonflame, and then got so low, and then took itself out. Which is why I've been trying so hard to get the Basculin again, but it just keeps spawning shiny Poliwhirls for me. Which, like, I appreciate, but I don't need a shiny Poliwhirl. I already have that line finished, like, 3 times because of how many spare shiny Poliwhirls I've gotten. Alright, maybe we'll go trigger the cutscene here. The new area also has, like, a ton of new Pokemon we could probably find shiny, which is neat. Now, again, I'm pretty sure there's no mandatory fighting. I don't know. Even when I find like a level 58 shiny in Pokemon, I just throw Pokeballs till I catch it. If it doesn't get in the first 5 balls, I start throwing timer balls. Pretty sure it's gonna happen at some point. I have knocked out a shiny before, but that was on an emulator forever ago. Though the video proof does exist on YouTube. You could definitely go watch old, way back like 10 years ago when I was playing Gold and I knocked out a fucking, yeah, I had a, it's literally the first time I ever like consciously saw a shiny and I knocked it out. I had the game running at like 3000 speed. Because I was just farming Hoot Hoots for experience to go deal with the Miltank boss, like the Miltank gym leader in Goldenrod. And I was just I was like going off about how much I didn't like Diamond and Pearl or some shit. It's fucking brutal. Oh my god, look, it spawned all these fletchlings for me. Why isn't one of them shiny? Scalpers are struggling to sell. Yeah, good for them. Fucking scalpers, man. That's that's another reason why I just have never built a PC. It's just like, I really don't want to deal with getting parts. Like, I had a friend back home who was just like really into it, like as a hobby. He just loves building PCs. And I'm like, you know what? Not for me, man. I don't like shopping that much. Oh. I guess I walked into that fletchling. Or it flew into my head. Won't be here until Friday. That's a waste. It's like Saturday. Alright. We're gonna head back down the hill and then back up the hill and then we'll trigger the cutscene. I'm just trying to remember. We don't fight Arven here, do we? Actually, hold up. Is there a fight with Arven here? Like when you return Miraidon to him, does he make you fight him? He does, doesn't he? Alright, never mind. We have to stay here. I'm pretty sure that happens. Now that I've said it out loud, I vaguely remember Arven fighting us. Yeah, alright. I'm glad I talked myself through how the cutscene went. We need to get a shiny and level it up a little bit before we fight Arven. I need a drink. Let me get my a bottle. Well, if Coco just looks cute. Will Fake Coco even evolve with the Let's Go method? It will, right? Because it's the Pokemon that's out of the Pokeball. But, like, Lechonk wouldn't. I don't know. The Let's Go thing seems buggy half the time. I forget what he uses at, like, for the first fight. Is it like a Squilvet or something? I also love that that fucker shows up to, like, every Titan fight with a Pokemon he just caught. He's like, hey, I just caught this random Pokemon on my way here. Let me use it to fight the Titan. And I'm like, boy, why are you not using the thing you've been training since birth? God damn it. I guess that for him is the Mabostiff, and I guess he can't do that, right? Alright, fair enough. Oh, there's a Pokemon there. Oh, Aiko. Fucking, this was great. I don't know if I caught a video of it. I was going through one of the cave systems in the game, and I was getting alerts of Pokemon seeing me. But, like, I was just in a tunnel. There was no spot for the Pokemon to be. So I assumed it was probably in the wall. So I started walking up against the wall and just throwing my Pokemon at the wall. And it eventually hit where the Pokemon was. And went into a Pokemon fight inside the wall. At which point I could pan the camera around and there were like 15 Pokemon in there. There were like 5 young gooses running around and a few other Pokemon just hanging out inside the walls. And I'm like, dude, people who haven't seen a shiny in this game yet, I wonder how many of them have had shiny spawn right next to them, but in a wall. And they just never knew. Like, I wonder how many times, like, someone's, walk through this tunnel and a shiny has just spawned inside the cave. Or how many times you've been running next to the river and a shiny like Psyduck spawned inside the mud wall of the river bank. And you just didn't see it because it was inside the fucking riverbank wall. I can't tell you how many deerlings and mudkips, or deerlings and Psyducks I've seen just stuck into a wall. How many poison types are in this game? That are like early sort of obtainable. There's the motorbike engine, there's the engine, there's Wooper. Just trying to think if there's enough poison Pokemon, because poison's like a cool type. I like poison types. Poison types be slapping. Alright, we have to be careful not to trigger the cutscene, or else I'll be stuck in the cave forever. And I mean, Yungoos is pretty good. What is Yungoos's type? Is it a dark? For some reason in my head, I think it's a fairy type, but that doesn't sound right. Is it just a straight up normal type? Normal would be a pretty strong gym to get into. There's a lot of normal types that spawn around here. Plus a lot of flying types are also like flying normal types. Which is like super convenient. It's just a flat normal type? Okay, okay. For some reason, like in my head, I thought it was like a normal fairy type, and I'm like, nah, that doesn't sound right. It would be a dark type if it'd be anything. I never played Sun and Moon, though, where it was introduced, so I'm, like, super unfamiliar with any Pokemon that was introduced in Sun and Moon. I caught a shiny Yungoos the other day. Fucker. I used a grass sandwich to hunt down a shiny Bramblin. Over here. Oh my god, I hate when my map isn't facing the right way. Fuck, I hate that. If you use a grass sandwich like right here, the only thing that'll spawn is Bramblins. Unless you go into one of the tunnels. And there were like 2 minutes left on my sandwich, and I didn't find a shiny Bramblin. And I accidentally walked into one of the tunnels. Like I jumped down a pit and landed in the tunnel, and there was just a beautiful pink Yungoos right in front of me. I was like, God damn it. I have to catch you and I have to save, which means those sandwich materials are gone. And I didn't get the Bramblin. I was like, ah, well, I mean, I got a shiny out of the sandwich, but I mean, I didn't get it from the sandwich, so it kind of feels like a waste, but I mean, I still have the shiny. I was very conflicted. I was really conflicted with that. I was like, this is good. It means I have to hunt like one less shiny Yungoos, but at the same time, like I really wanted my Bramblin. And then like 2 days later, while using a different sandwich, or I was in a mass outbreak. I was in like a Cacnea mass outbreak, and I ended up getting a shiny Capsicid and a shiny Bramblin while knocking out fucking Cacneas in the desert for an outbreak. I was like, God damn it. And I didn't get the shiny Cacnea. I got the other two shinies, but not the one that the outbreak was. I was like, alright, well, that's one Bramblin. I get one more, and that one's set. I got my Bronzor today in Arceus, which was sick. And a shiny Magikarp today. Both of whom I needed. I really needed Bronzor, because I had already caught a shiny Bronzor in Shield. As like a full... It wasn't full odds, because I had like 100 KOs, I think, when I found it. But it was pre-Shiny Charm, I think. And I just stumbled into it at like KO like 115, and it was shiny, and I lost my mind. And then I immediately evolved it into a Bronzong, of course, because it was like level 60. And then I decided to do this fucking living dex, and I'm like, oh, I got rid of my Bronzor. That was a fucking mistake. That was a mistake. I wish I could take it back. But I couldn't. And then this game gave me another shiny Bronzong, and it's given me like a Bronzong outbreak every other day for like the last week. And I'm like, I don't need a shiny Bronzong. Go away. Give me other Pokemon, please. Make this outbreak anything else that's just better for me than this. Oh man, there's so many scatterbugs here. It hasn't been nighttime yet. Yeah, because we're going to school, right? We're like locked in on daytime for right now, right? It's like the forever morning. Yeah, the sun just isn't moving. Yeah, nice. Makes sense. I wish I could just like jump down to the water and go get a Wingull. Will a Wingull spawn on the beach behind our house? No, right? If I could get a shiny Wingull for our first shiny, that'd be sick. I mean, I'm tempted to go check. But it's so much walking if it's not there. Like, if they don't spawn down there right now because it's, like, blocked somehow. Like, I want to check, but it's so much walking. Well, it's so much walking where potentially no Pokemon will spawn. Therefore, it is wasted walking. Like, walking here is fine. Pokemon are spawning. It's giving me the chances for shinies. I'm at least getting rolls here. Can I take my hat off yet? There's my camera. Is it this one? Yeah! No. Damn it. It's in Japanese! I don't know how to take off my hat. Nope. No. There we go. Hi. Yeah! I know I can pull up my phone and just grab a selfie, but I like doing this. We're pretty cute. Like, again, none of the hairstyles had my little ahoge on top of my head, though. That kind of sucks. And, I mean, there's no hair option that's quite as long as my hair. None of these bitches are quite as luxurious as I am. I tried, though. Oh, did you see the rest of that sketch page, Aiko? I posted the whole art to Twitter. I know I sent you like a little cropped part of it. But I did post the whole piece to Twitter. You did? Okay, that's good. It turned out cute for having basically given the artist like no direction. Other than just, hey, it's me. Just draw me. Thank you. Turned out pretty good. I like her style. I think she does models too. But I definitely can't afford that. I couldn't afford this model. This model was free, which... Be jealous. I mean, you shouldn't, I guess, but like, I mean, I would be. When I freaking opened Twitter and I had like an ad that was like, hey, you won my model giveaway. I was like, what? I don't win things, are you sure? I mean, yes, let's go. Thank you. It was great. And it was actually a giveaway that I actually got the giveaway out of it. Not like all the giveaways I ever won on Tumblr where I never got shit for them. Like $70. There you go. My rigging for this was like $20. I think. It was like $25 for the rigging. It was a buddy on Twitter who was like, I want to try rigging and I'm looking just to practice on models if anyone wants to give me their model. And I'm like, hey, yeah, sure. can I give you a little money? Because I'd feel wrong getting it for free. And I give them like 25 bucks or something, I think. I bought a model before this one. I paid like $150 for like a V-Roid model on Fiverr. But the artist during the middle of it got like COVID and just went like AWOL for like 4 months or some shit. It was really brutal. And the model is like kind of dopey. Hey Ollie. How you doing, bud? It's been a while. I kind of want a new rig job. I want to be like a little less rigid. If I can be a little less rigid. I don't know how any of that works. I literally have no clue. You should come by more often, Ollie. It's always nice to see your face. You should definitely get a reference sheet made. I got my reference sheet made on Fiverr. I use a lot of websites for my commission. I tend to go to DeviantArt first because I find the prices there are definitely the cheapest. Sometimes. But it's super hit or miss. But there was, like, I also would make a lot of, I made a little bit of money on Fiverr making magic decks for people. Like, I would make deck lists for people who didn't have the time to build their own commander decks, basically. And they'd be like, hey, I wanna play this commander, but I don't have the time to, like, make a good deck. Could you just, like, make a budget deck for me? And I'd be like, alright. And then I'd spend, like, 15 minutes, 20 minutes building a deck. And then I'd make, like, 15 minutes of me recording a video explaining, like, just, here's the deck and here's how it works. Here you go. One guy really liked my deck building tips, and he bought like a $150 package one time where I had to make him like 3 decks. And they were all like Jeskai group hug decks, and that's all he wanted, but he always wanted like a different flavor of WinCon, and I'm like, alright, Jesus. You really like your Jeskai group hug, bud. I'll try and make these decks as individual as possible. Yeah, so I've made a bit of money on Fiverr. I managed to like level up as a seller just through Magic, mostly through just the Magic deck stuff, which is cool. DeviantArt is a thing. The problem is like now there's just the base of people on there is so small that like, yeah, and like trying to get any cash out of Fiverr was brutal. They take so much. They take a lot. It was really shitty. But keeping the money on there and using it for Fiverr purchases of art was like a genius idea. It was like, oh, every few decks I build, I get enough money for like 1 piece of art. I was like, sweet, this is great. I would put those decks up on Goldfish. I would actually go to Goldfish and record Goldfish for like the video. I would build the decks into Goldfish when I would record like the here's how the deck should pilot video and like why I put these cards in decks. Which maybe are a little too hand-holdy for people who are like good at the game, but I mean if you're having me build a deck for you, then I don't know. It's hard for me to understand your quality of like knowledge of the game if you're having me build a deck. There you go. I have a bunch of the chromatic pipers, or prismatic piper. I have a bunch of them, and I have magic coaching is almost definitely a thing, but that's like for competitive play, and I do not have anything. You know what? It probably isn't anymore because didn't they get like didn't Wizards like kill competitive magic? Like it's dead. It's not a thing anymore. There definitely would have been a time where a magic coach would be like a legitimate job that like pros could retire to for sure. Like 100%. New Dorla die for what colors you want to play. That's cool. I built a deck for a custom card that I made, and then I just got like 2 mono blue partner commanders from Commander Legends to pilot it whenever I run into a play group that isn't cool with me running a custom commander. Which is like most play groups, to be fair. I want to build a deck using one of the new Necron commanders, partnered with the Boros Precon artifact commander from Strixhaven. For like a Mardu artifact recursion deck, which is like it's just super fair. I'm not looking to do like super degenerate things with the deck. I just wanna get a bunch of artifacts in my graveyard, remove those artifacts from my graveyard to make 2 copies of them, and then also get 2/2 warriors whenever I do that. Like, what's wrong with that? I just want to turn 1 soul ring into 2 soul rings and 2 2/2s. Like, come on, that's perfectly fair magic. I want to build that deck. And there was a Mardu artifact like legendary from Baldur's Gate, I think, who's like a perfectly good stand-in for the commander for that deck if I run into a group who isn't cool with me running partner commanders who don't have partner. I think commander should just like, I don't know. I like partner, but I do think like once you start getting to 4 colors, it's kind of egregious. But I love it for getting 3 colors. 3 colors feels like the sweet spot for commander for me. So like having like having 2 commanders that get you to 3 colors just feels good to me. Like I run the human partners, the Mardu human partners from Ikoria, and I run the Sky Shark partners. And I have Rayhan and Yoshimaru, which I love that deck. That's the most recent deck I've built to completion, and like I haven't played EDH in a few months. Whoa, that was a big visual glitch. Anyone else see that over there? Oh, Mountain's having a hard time. I was playing that deck like the most the last time I went, and I just love it. What was the game called, Ollie? If it was similar to Hearthstone. Do you remember? I used to play a lot of Hearthstone. Like, for someone who doesn't use his Blizzard account at all, like, I own a lot. I have given Blizzard probably too much money to never be using my Hearthstone account over the years. Because, like, when I was playing Hearthstone, it was at a time where I was working, but I didn't play Magic anymore. Like, I was on my Magic break after university, where I just, you know, no one around me played Magic, so I just didn't play Magic anymore, really. Card game theory? I mean, you can get stuff like that, man. There are people on Fiverr for any game with a competitive edge looking to make a little bit of money. Hey, Z-Dog. Been a while. How are you now? Yeah. I used to play a lot of Hearthstone. When I worked at the call center in Canada, I would... Reddit was not blocked. So this was the first time I ever went to Reddit, and like the only time I've ever used Reddit, except for Pokemon Shiny trading and whatnot. You've been busy? That's good. There are worse things to be than busy. But I used to just lurk on the Reddit for custom Hearthstone cards, like all day at work. I love this stuff. I think my Scarlet playthrough is like probably pretty close to 100 hours. I think 2 days ago I was at 88. So I'm probably over 100 hours in Scarlet now, I think. I never like posted on Reddit. I was just there to like upvote good cards. Or like if people were like asking for balance, I might like give an opinion because I was like again like really into Hearthstone. I was watching Day 9 all the time, and I mean I still watch Day 9 pretty regularly because I just like Day 9. I just like to listen to him fucking talk while I do things. But like that was in prime. I have a ton of shinies just in Scarlet. I don't have any shiny yet in Violet. I literally just bought Violet tonight. I went out to a game shop and bought a used copy of Violet to save like $6 instead of buying it new because they had used copies. They're like, oh yeah, we got used copies in. Like sweet, I'll take a used one and save myself like $5. We haven't gotten our first shiny in this playthrough yet for this challenge that I'm doing. But on Scarlet, yeah, I have almost a full box of shinies. I think we're up to like 24 shinies in Scarlet right now. Not including the Evos I've done. I got... did I get shinies in Scarlet today? I had to have at some point. I mean, I started grinding them, like, once I finished the story. And I would do the mass outbreaks for shinies whenever they popped up during the story, because, I mean, boosted shiny odds are boosted shiny odds. And I just like mass outbreaks. It's, like, my favorite part of Arceus, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do these. I ended up finishing the game with a shiny... I mean, no, I haven't gotten to the point in the game where anything's different yet. Yeah, I got my Sharjah. I like, it took like 2 attempts, but I got it. No problem. There hasn't been any difference yet, other than the uniform color is different. Like, the uniforms between Scarlet and Violet are different. Honestly, Ollie, I don't think there's a huge difference, other than the professor being, like, I assume Arven's dad instead of Arven's mom. Yeah, I had an Azu build. I mean, I have an Azu build, a Goldango, and an Iron Fist. I just have them all just sitting there whenever I want to use any of them. But Azumarill felt like the best choice. And that's why I took 2 attempts, because, like, it would, like... I posted a tweet, but I know you don't have Twitter, Sea-Dog, which is fair. But, like, I took it the entire Charizard's health, and then it just jumped back up. I mean, Azumarill's fine. I have no reason to change it till, for some reason, it stops working. I need to go get a shiny Fluttermane at some point. Because I don't think, Ollie, I don't think this game has, like, any drastic changes other than, like, the person you talk to as the professor is different. I honestly don't even think they'd have, like, drastically different dialogue. I'm pretty sure the story plays out, like, exactly the same. The only difference is that, like, the Pokemon you find at the end of the game are one exclusive or the other. And it's, like, a slightly different aesthetic for those Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. Like, in terms of just, like, these games being the same, they're pretty damn similar. I didn't want to make a new profile on my Switch to do this on Scarlet. Like, if I was gonna do this, I just wanted to do it as my regular account. So I was like, I'll just buy Violet. It's like $50, maybe. It was like 50 Canadian dollars to buy this. So I'm like, alright, I'll splurge a little bit. It's Christmas time. I'll spend $50 on this, and then I'll go out for like a $30 dinner. Then I'll come home, get another shiny in X, and then play. That's basically how my night went. I tried to get other people involved, but like... Japanese people don't do well if you try and spring things on them last minute. So, like, if I message, like, a friend and I'm like, hey, I'm going out to eat, do you want to come? That just doesn't fucking fly here, man. Japanese people do not do things in, like, a timely manner. There's no spontaneity. You can't just message, at least none of the Japanese people I interact with, you can't just message them and be like, hey, I'm going out to eat in, like, the next 20 minutes. You want to get the train and meet me? And they're just like, no, that's too fast. I'm like, alright. I guess. No, I brought my Switch with me to Japan. I've had a Switch for a very long time. Not since, like, release, but pretty close to release. I've had this Switch since, like, the summer the year the Switch released. Because they put out a teaser trailer for Metroid Prime 4, and I lost my shit. Because Metroid Prime 2, and Metroid Prime 3 are some of my most favorite games of all time. I have them with me here in Japan for the Wii. I have the Collector's Edition Metroid Prime, like, Special Edition with the steel case and all 3 games. I was super into Metroid Prime on the GameCube. I really loved it. And when they revealed a teaser for Metroid Prime 4, I'm like, alright, I'm buying a Switch. And then, like, that week, I got a Switch. Oh, you might know it better as, like, Samus, Aika. But no. And then they fucking... I was like, alright, when is Metroid Prime 4 coming out? I kept waiting, like, every Nintendo Direct. And then they finally fucking... They were like, hey, so hi, I'm the developer. I'm like the lead dude on Metroid Prime 4. I'm like, finally, good news. And he's like, I'm sorry to say that, like, at this point in development, we're not happy with the game we were making. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they basically were like, we haven't been able to build the game we wanted to build. And instead of releasing a product we don't think is good, we are scrapping what we have, going back to zero, and getting a new game development team. And I'm like, what? And they're like, we promise you Metroid Prime 4, and we promise it's coming. We just don't know when. And I'm like, I bought this entire system to play exclusively this game. You bastard. I was like, just give me the bad version of the game. Just let me take a hit. Come on. Just a little bit. Just let me play the bad version. Like, release it as a demo. Just just let me taste it. Come on. I was so upset. Yeah, no, I've had my Switch for a long time. I have only bought... I did buy a system, technically, since coming to Japan. I bought a DS Lite. I have a Japanese used DS Lite that I got for like 20 bucks or something. It was like dirt cheap. Yeah, the Metroid stuff does suck. And I mean, it's good that they're like going back to the drawing board and trying to make the game that they want to make instead of just a game that, you know, would sell but be bad. But like, as a consumer, I just want the product. As a person, I understand that I should let the people making the game to like do it, right? Oh, well, see, the DS isn't region locked. It's the 3DS. But yes, I wouldn't be able to play the Japanese DS games I bought in my 3DS. So, I did just... Oh, I mean, I just picked up a DS Lite just to have it. But yeah. Yeah, there were just walls of Black and White 2 for like $10, but they're all in Japanese. But the Black and White 2 is a 3DS game. Oh, no, it isn't. It's a DS game. I have Black and White 2 in Japanese, but I still can't do anything with it because I need an English copy of Black and White 2 to trade Pokemon from it to my actual 3DS. I'm basically fucked till my friend in Tokyo, like, gets me the copy of White 2 she got for me in Canada, which she still hasn't done yet. And it's been like 2 months or 3 months at this rate. It's fucking... It's been a while, and she still hasn't gotten it to me. And, like, I understand it's hard to get to the post office. I understand she works like 9 to 7 every day of the week, and like the post office closes at 5 and opens at like 10 or some shit. Like, I get it. But like, at this rate, like, I mean, if I had the money, I would just go to Tokyo for a day trip and get it from her and leave. Oh, I almost got stuck in that rock there. That's dangerous. Have a night. But like, it would cost me like almost $200, if not over $200, to go to Tokyo just to pick up the game. And I don't have that kind of money. Whereas it would cost her like maybe 300 yen, like $3 to send it to me. Maybe. This is killing me. And I want to get it so that like I can actually like get everything transferred up to home and stuff. And I'm like, it's fucking brutal. But whenever I bring it up, she just stops replying to me for a few days because she knows she doesn't have good news to tell me, and she's like super Japanese now that she's been here like 7 years. So instead of like giving you bad news, she just doesn't reply to you. And I'm like, hey, you know, that's not a way to treat a person. Like, you really gotta not do that. I understand you've been living in Japan for 7 years, and maybe you think that's okay now, but it's not okay when they do it, so it's not okay when you do it. I don't care if you say, no, I haven't done it yet to me, but don't just fucking ignore me for 3 days because I asked you about it. If it bothers you that much that you're not willing to talk to me over it, how about you just go and fucking do it? And then she's like, oh, my roommates will help me. They work from home, and I haven't heard anything back from that yet, so I guess she hasn't been able to convince them to do it. It's been fucking brutal. I just want my fucking copy of the game so I can get in there and actually, like, start getting shit ready for the mass exodus. The game's like having a stroke. It's like not loading in textures and shit. I'm losing textures. It's having a hard time. But like, I mean, again, I can't be mad at her for not sending it. That's not why I'm mad. I get mad when I ask her about it and she just ghosts me for days because she doesn't want the uncomfortable, like, interaction of telling me she hasn't done it yet. That pisses me off. I perfectly understand why she hasn't sent it because, like, again, working here is a madhouse and businesses do not cater to the workers at all. Like, clinics, post offices, like, unless you take a day off work, you can't use any of that shit. Ever. So, like, I get it. I'm not gonna be mad at her for that. But, like, you know, I want to keep the line of communication going. If money wasn't a problem, I would totally just take a day trip out to Tokyo. For sure. You should come, Aiko. I mean, like, Tokyo, like, Japan is great to visit. If you're living in it, it's definitely a commitment, and it'll be aggravating at times because Japanese people just fucking got a lot of backwards things going on, and as far as they're concerned, that no momentum is the only momentum, so they don't regress, but they also never progress in anything they do ever. And that's just the way it is here. I mean, that's the way it is everywhere, though. It's not like I'm going to complain about this here in Japan and act like it's not a problem in Canada, too. It is. But I live here right now. When I was in Canada, I bitched about it in Canada. While I'm in Japan, I'll bitch about it in Japan. That's how the way the news goes. Oh, it's a pig. I thought that was I'm like fucking losing it. I thought that was one of the tarantulas. I'm like, why is that tarantula black? I know the shiny for this thing is red. Is it the shadow? It was a fucking Lechonk the whole time. God damn it. I really want a shiny fetchling. Like, that would be so good. More Hoppip. They just have such a good type spread. Like, fire flying is so good. Grass flying is so good. Just for, like, the variety of Pokemon we could get to complement the team. Figaro! Run away! I don't know if the final form of Scatterbug is multi-typed. Is it a bug flying type? I don't know. It's called like Vivelion or something, right? I can never remember that bug's name. I know it has a lot of V's and E's in it. I think. I'm almost positive it starts with a V. Wait, Coco's almost evolved. Vivelion. Alright, I mean, I wasn't too far off. It was I's, not E's. It's got a lot of V's, I's, and L's. Is it a multi-type or is that just a straight bug? I thought because it's like a butterfly, it'd definitely be like a bug flying or something. Do we have a bug fairy type? We have to, right? For sure. It's a flying bug? There you go. I mean, that works with Fletchling, that works with Hoppip. That's a good spread. Welcome back. Oh well. We'll see if Aiko's prediction is right. I hope you're wrong, Aiko. In my favor. Not in the bad favor. But we are halfway to your prediction. Yeah, we hit 100 subs a while ago. That was sweet. We got a lot of views. I've been making some shiny shorts every so often. The problem with like the Switch clips though is that I don't have any of my own audio or reactions on them, which is kind of annoying. But I could use text. I probably should. I think I have another few videos stored up right now that I could use as shorts. The shorts have been good. Like them getting like 60 plus views or so is like pretty nice. And I don't know. I think that's fun to do. We haven't got a ton of on-camera shinies is the problem. I just haven't streamed any Scarlet. And like I'm at the point now where all I'm doing is just like farming shinies or doing raids or just wandering around. Because I've done all the content and it's now just farming shinies. Or I'm hopping on Arceus and just, you know, doing quick laps for shinies. I don't know. I don't know how entertaining that is to watch. Or anything I do, how entertaining it is, I guess. It's nice. It's very funny that like as my YouTube finally starts getting some views and like the subscriber count actually goes up for the first time in like a while, my Twitter following has just like plummeted down like 30 since Pokemon came out, with people just like wanting me to shut up about shiny Pokemon, I guess, which is fair. It has been like almost the only thing I've tweeted about since Pokemon, like since getting into shiny stuff. That's not entirely true, but it's pretty close. At least for Scarlet's release. I ended up getting 2 shinies last night. I ended up getting a shiny Sneasel and Weavile while I was trying to get a shiny Citadel. God damn it. I just cannot get a shiny Citadel to spawn. Yeah, no. I don't find it a problem on Twitter either. My Twitter growth was always very slow but pretty consistent until spring of last year. When my mother passed away, I made some sad tweets because I was very sad. And then my Twitter following like never breached like 420. It just went down to 400, back up to 418, down to 400, back to 415. And it's just been yo-yoing up and down ever since. And I don't pay attention to it. It's like you don't get a notification when someone unfollows you, so. Oh, he's not gonna evolve. You little bastard. Evolve. He won't evolve unless he levels up in combat. That's brutal. Yeah. A lot more shiny clips and pictures get uploaded to Twitter, though. Because it's a lot easier for me to just take a snapshot or record a video and hit post to Twitter, and it'll just automatically do it on the Switch. So like all the shinies I get off screen, like all of the tracking goes to Twitter. And I don't have enough subscribers to do community posts on YouTube. I wish I did, so I could post that stuff here instead of Twitter. Like, I'd much rather be, like, posting on YouTube, like, whenever we get a shiny, like, posting little clips or screenshots here. Or posting, like, the weekly update for the shiny decks. But I just, like, you need a lot of people following you for community posts or something. You need, like, a lot of subscribers. More than I have. Yeah, me too, Sea-Dog. Every day. But yeah. No, that happened last year, and it's been a rough ride. It's never not gonna be a rough ride, I don't think. But like, I don't know. It coincided with the death of my Twitter, which is again fine. I just like Twitter as a place to sort of just yell things into the air, and if occasionally someone likes what I yell, then I feel good about it. All right, none of those fletchlings were shiny, which is good to know. Get out of here. Shiny Fletchling is also just a shiny Pokemon I really want, because I just really appreciate Talonflame. It's so pretty. It's such a good burb. That's fair. I'm still not gonna budge on that. Just saying. You should watch the content when you're able to watch the content, Sea-Dog. I don't expect you to show up all the time. People get busy. It's okay. And the VODs are always there if you ever want to watch anything about it. It's all good. Oh, I got a berry of some kind. I don't know what it does, but I got it. Sleep's a pretty important thing to be busy doing. I definitely don't do it enough. But I've never done it enough, so that's kind of fine. Yeah, I mean, it's also fair since, you know, I'm in Japan. Like, my stream times definitely probably don't mesh with yours typically. Which, again, is also fine. You're so cute. I really wish your threads were red, but... Oh. That was a swick dodge. Alright, I'm gonna go check the beach. Just in case. I need to get a shiny so I can do the Arven fight before I get to that point. Though, having a sandwich ally pop in and cook me a nice sparkle sandwich would be pretty nice at some point. Alright. Will you spawn Wingulls or am I fucked? I am fucked. Okay. Damn. You know, I didn't think it would spawn them down here, but I was kinda hopeful. I thought Wingull would be like a really cool first shiny to get. Oh well. Oh! Hey buddy. Hello. Can't get that. Damn. Wingull would have been sick. And we already know we can't get the squawk abilities on top of the roof of our house till you get them out. I think there is a TM by our house though, isn't there? I'm pretty sure there's an item behind our house we can pick up. Might as well do it while I'm here. It might be important. God, I want to know where Mom got all this fucking money. This house is ridiculous. That's not a TM, it's just an item. That's just a potion. Like, our house is fucking gorgeous. And it's like right across the street from like these billionaires. I'm like, Mom, what did you do? How did you get all this money? All you do is sit at home all day. Hey, there's a Pokeball here. Sweet. If I find a shiny, that'll be great. OnlyFans? Maybe. Our mom's pretty cute. She's not like the hottest mom in Pokemon, but she's alright. I don't know which mom is the hottest mom in Pokemon, but I definitely don't think it's this one. I was going to say no offense intended, but one, I mean, I don't think she can feel offense. And two, I mean, I probably mean a little offense, even if I don't mean it maliciously. It's like we live on this fucking beautiful estate overlooking the ocean across from a bunch of billionaires. I'm like, I don't have a dad either. Mom's just pulling in the bank all on her own. More power to her. gonna take another swig of water here. 1 second. Gotta drink up my microplastics, you know? Can't go without my microplastics. Just knock all these Pokemon out till we find one that's a different color. God damn it. That is one of the most annoying things about, like, Japanese Pokemon, is that they don't use the word shiny for shiny Pokemon. They call them just different color. They call them, like, Iroshigao, which literally just means, like, color different. And I'm like, that's stupid. I really prefer calling them shiny Pokemon. And yes, I'm English, and yes, I'm definitely biased, but, like, it just sounds better than different color. Like, the direct translation, and even just saying Iroshigao is just, like, clunkier than shiny. Shiny is a good word, man. I really wish you were pink, bud. Oh. There you go. Really wish you were whatever color your shiny is, which I believe is a pink. I'm not positive, though. I know Lechonk's shiny is pink. Because one of the YouTube people I know found a Lechonk, like, immediately that was shiny. One of the other VTubers. I don't remember who it was. It wasn't you, right, Aiko? One of the other teachers I know found a shiny tarantula immediately upon spawning in here. He didn't even manage to make it, like walk up the hill, and there was a shiny in front of him. You haven't found one yet? Okay, it was someone else then. I don't remember who it was. I remember looking up Facebook like that Friday when the game released, and he was posting pictures with the shiny, and I'm like, God damn it, man. That is some crazy luck. You've probably seen one, though. I don't know. You've been playing Arceus a lot, right? You haven't really put that much time in Scarlet, have you? I know a lot of people who say they haven't seen a shiny in this game have almost definitely seen a shiny in this game and just did not realize it was a shiny. Like Diglett is in this game. You know what a shiny Diglett has? It has a slightly blue nose. You know how hard that would be to fucking see? Like, even if you're like looking at the Diglett, like there's chances you just wouldn't know it. Yeah, only 10 hours in Scarlet. Yeah, you haven't put too much time in it yet. I have like 10 times that, right? So I mean, I'm definitely gonna be running into more encounters than you. So that all makes sense. How are you doing in Arceus? You moving along? I've been enjoying getting quick shinies in Arceus. I spawned into the Crimson Mireland today, and as soon as I spawned into the camp, I mounted up, walked out of the camp, and the very first Ghastly that spawns in the region was shiny. I was like, oh, well, okay, I'll catch you. It was like less than 30 seconds from when I loaded into the map to my first shiny. I was like, okay, sweet. It's a Ghastly, though. I don't need this. This is just another spare to give away to someone who wants it. This is another shiny I don't need. Like that damn Poliwhirl I caught in X tonight. It's like, oh, well, another shiny Poliwhirl to give away to someone. Are you a different color? No, that's just lighting, right? Yeah. That fucks me up in this game. The lighting sometimes just makes a Pokemon look a different color. That'll mess me up in this game a lot. And don't even get me started on Ghastly in this game, man. I don't know where Game Freak gets off making Ghastly's flame blue. Like, for all of my life, Blue Flame Ghastly is the shiny Ghastly, and regular Flame Ghastly is purple. And in this one, they made the purple flame so blue, it looks like the shiny flame. And I'm like, why would you do this? The first time I saw a Ghastly in this game, I had a heart attack thinking I'd found a shiny. Like, my first Ghastly was a shiny. And I'm like, I don't even need a shiny Ghastly. I already have that line completed for my living dex. God damn it. And then I ran into it and it wasn't shiny, and I got so upset. I was like, why would you make this so purple? Why? I devoured Arceus. It took probably a little bit longer than it should, because I'm just really bad at the game and I really hated the combat. But apparently, that's my own fault for not using, like, the great items to, like, level up my Pokemon to the point they were unfair. I didn't realize that I should do that. I just kind of ignored those items for the most part. But apparently, they completely changed combat. I was just like, damn. That probably would have helped. I probably would have enjoyed the game a little bit more if I'd known that. If I knew that, like, bumping my creatures' like speed didn't just affect them going first in combat, but actually prevented enemies from getting to attack multiple times in a row, probably would have just got everyone's speed to level 10. Probably would have just maxed everyone's speed. Rip. None of you are shiny, right? No, okay. I will say, shiny Fletchling is, like, a little hard to spot, in my opinion. Because it's just, like, a slightly golder tint of orange. None of those are shiny. We're getting, like, really good spawns here just by walking to the end of this pier and back. We're getting, like, two groups of Fletchlings or, a Hoppip. Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm auto-battling a lot, just in case there is a shiny and I miss it. I'll know when he bounces off of it. Because, like, some of the shinies that can spawn here are a little bit harder to spot. Mostly the Fletchling. Like, Lechonk is super easy to spot. The Spider is super easy to spot. I think Pommos is super easy to spot. Scatterbug is hard to see. Fletchling is hard to see. Like, of the Pokemon that can spawn in this little area, there are two Pokemon whose shinies, like, I might not notice. Like, if I find a fucking neon green Hoppip, I know I found a shiny Hoppip. I might not see it because it'll blend in with the grass, but that's a different thing. That's not me failing to see the shiny. That's just me failing to see the Pokemon in general. I already have a shiny Hoppip on my Scarlet, and it's like, again, it's like a full green color. Like, it stands out among a group of Hoppips. If it's just in a bunch of grass, I might not see it. Till it moves. My eyesight is based on movement. But, like, Spider is bright red, Lechonk is bright pink. Yeah, I had the shiny charm in Scarlet from the Monday after release. I completed the Pokedex, like, that Monday. Like, I got access to the game at, like, 3 p.m. Friday. On Monday at about 5 o'clock or so, I think, I had the Pokedex finished. I mean, I don't know if it was luck. I just no-lifed it for a weekend straight and went really hard on catching every different species of Pokemon that I could. I apparently was a little lucky with the trade codes for the exclusives, because apparently right now it's just really hard for some people to find the trades they need because it's been a little while. Which I guess is fair, because I was, like, right in at ground zero doing all the trades, so I got my Miraidon and all the Violet Paradox Pokemon, like, pretty painlessly. Whereas some people have been struggling to actually connect to people on the trade market who don't have Scarlet. I'm just gonna say it, Koraidon is cooler than Miraidon. Like, I love, like, super tech things, and I love the design for some of the Paradox Pokemon, but, like, Koraidon is just so cool. I got rid of my Koraidon. I traded it for the Miraidon. That's how I got the Miraidon. The trading I did was, like, 1-for-1. You're exclusive for their exclusive. So, like, I traded my Great Tusk for their Iron Fist. I traded my Koraidon spare for the Miraidon. That's just how that works. So, yeah. I don't have any Koraidon except my mount, who I've never once put in battle mode. You're not shiny, right? Oh! You're not shiny. Yeah. The auto battle was just bugged. Haha, get it? Bugged? It's a scatter bug. Fight it. There you go. See, the auto battle won't auto battle shinies, but the auto battle also won't auto battle other things. Like, it just won't work sometimes. And it's like, is it a shiny, or are you just busted right now? And it's like, oh, you're just busted right now. Okay. Which is a bit obnoxious. Not gonna lie, you're not shiny. Get out of here. Again, I'm not convinced we'll get a shiny in the first stream, but I mean, I expect this run to take a while to finish. Once we get our first shiny and level it up a little bit, I think it's gonna be like... I think it's gonna go a little bit faster. I mean, you just do the trade code. You just trade away one of your 2 Miraidons, and then you get a Koraidon. There you go. Why? Oh, I mean, yeah, you can't put your mounted Koraidon in the box. Fair, fair, that's fair. Get in the box! That's not the quote. That's not what that man says. He says, what's in the box? The answer is parts of his wife. I remember almost everything about that movie. Sorry, strike that, reverse it. I remember almost nothing about that movie. But thankfully, I do remember seeing it, and I remember parts of it very vaguely. But thankfully, that has been memed to the point where I can't forget that scene. So I'll always have that scene, at least. That scene will always be in the brain space, occupying a little bit of RAM. You're not shiny. Oh, gee. I just need squid. That's another thing in my brain taking up RAM that I should get rid of. Especially since I don't watch that company's content anymore. Alright, let's go back over here and respawn all that stuff. I haven't even been worried about Koraidon and Miraidon yet for the living decks, because we don't have a chance to get them shiny yet, so they kind of don't matter. Not till DLC, I think, comes out for this, and they give us a chance to get the legendary shiny. I hope they do something like in Shield with the raids, where they'll have like a legendary Terra raid thing you can do for legendaries that has a chance to be shiny. See, like, he's not fighting this thing. There you go. I'm like, I'm sure that's not shiny. Go fight it. Lazy lizard. Oh, my model's like bugging out. That's what I get for going to get a drink. Hello, hello. There we go. I love it when my body goes all rigid and stiff and off at a weird angle. I'm curious how they'll get like give us access to like the potential for shiny legendaries in this game. Because I doubt it will be as good of odds as it is in Shield, like the 1 in 100 odds. I did some Shield raids today. It might have been today or it might have been last night. I ended up getting access to like the Mewtwo raid and I locked that in because like Mewtwo's a pretty easy legendary to farm. As long as you get a Pokemon with like a dark move, you should always win the fight. Even better if you get a Pokemon with a dark typing. Just be immune to all of his psychic attacks. But yeah, after like as much as the Terra raids are like super buggy and like full of problems, God, they're so much smoother than the raid adventures in Shield. Like, you get a little spoiled playing this game. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go do a raid. It's like maybe 4 minutes, and then you go back to Shield. It's like, all right, let's try and get this shiny Mewtwo. And it's like, oh yeah, this takes like 30 or 40 minutes, and if the AI mess me up, I lose the whole run. If the AI trade away their good Pokemon for bad Pokemon, and it's out of my control, I just lose the run. That sucks. Oh well. I have to get them all at some point. I'm hatching my shiny Grookey right now in Shield. I was trying to get a Pichu, but then I realized Pichu is in Arceus, and I have like super good odds to get one during any mass outbreak of Pichus. So I was like, I shouldn't waste my time hatching eggs for this if I'm gonna probably get it in Arceus. Like, I can definitely push this in Arceus, so I should have something else with my time. And I was like, you know what? I don't have the shield. I don't have like the Sword and Shield starters like shiny yet, so I should get those starters done. So I'm breeding Grookeys right now. Not right this second, but like that's what we have in the hopper, as you would say, back in the old Minecraft days. Not that I ever quite figured out what a hopper was for, unless I was playing like Sky Factory. And it was part of like a mod. I'm like, alright, this is what a hopper does. It does this. I use it to build this contraption. Man, I miss Sky Factory. I really wish setting up a Minecraft server wasn't a headache. I had a friend in Canada who would run a Sky Factory server for me on his spare laptop, and I could just message him and I'm like, hey, if you're home, could you turn the server on? And he'd be like, yeah, no problem. And he'd just go over and turn on his spare laptop and just leave it running in the corner of his room all day for me. That was super kind of him. Hey, I got a TM! What? What TM is it? I mean, I'm not going to be able to tell by reading it. Kusamusubi. Oh, it's grass knot. Kusamusubi. Kusamusubi. Grass knot. Musubi. Okay. Well, I've learned how to say knot now. It's musubi. Cool. And I knew kusa. Karamaste. Huh. Neat. That's a move that deals damage based on the weight of the Pokemon it targets. It has 100 accuracy and 20 PP. Don't need to be able to read the kanji for that, do I, suckers? You just gonna ignore the spider I threw you at, boy? Welcome back. I was just reading the TM we just found. It's in Japanese, so I had to try really hard. Thankfully, the TMs have pictures. So once I read the name, and I'm like, well, I think I know what it might be. And then you just look at the picture. I'm like, oh yeah, I know what this is. I mean, yeah, it's just kind of a chill vibe. I'm just kind of walking around in circles for like the last 2 hours. Now that Aiko had mentioned it earlier, I am noticing that the music got broken by the cutscene, though. Like, I am kind of noticing the lack of BGM going on. Which is fair. I could go turn on my own music, but I think I'd find it pretty distracting right now. I don't like listening to music when I'm deep into a shiny hunt. I find it too distracting. You're all the same color. Listen here, you silly pig. Unless Fight Coco is like almost at level 17, I don't want to fight you. I mean, Fight Coco is almost there. I'm curious if Aiko was right, and I won't get my shiny till Fight Coco is like level 30. That'd be brutal. No, we need to get the second Evo if there's any chance of me getting the shiny charm in this run. We need to actually evolve the things. But honestly, I don't know how I'd get it without trading for the exclusives and stuff I don't have. And technically, the rule I set myself is no trading for shinies. I didn't say I couldn't trade for non-shinies. So, like, technically, with the rules I set for myself, I can trade and get the Pokemon I'm missing for the shiny dex. Or for the shiny charm. But, like, I don't know. Maybe I'll limit myself to Wonder Trades. Alright, we weren't quite there yet. Have to Wonder Trade into all the Pokemon I'm missing. I don't know how many people are just throwing away Paradox Pokemon in Wonder Trade. Which I am still calling Wonder Trade, by the way. I am still calling it Wonder Trade. I don't care how many times if they change the name to Surprise Trade. It's always Wonder Trade to me. What did I choose in Scarlet? For what? Like my hairdo? I need more context. Oh, starter? I was gonna pick Weed Kitty. I had spent months since since the starters were revealed, I expected I would pick Weed Kitty. Because I kind of found Fuecoco kind of dopey and Quaxley kind of cringe. But then I got in and actually saw like the little cutscene when you get to Nemo's house. Oh shit, don't level up. Oh my god, that was so close. Where I got to Nemo's house and I saw the cutscene with them all playing in her yard. And I don't know, something about Quaxley just spoke to me. I was like, I'm going with this damn duck, aren't I? So I went with the duck. Which was weird, because again, I spent like months convinced I was going to use the cat. Like, I wasn't even considering the other two as options until that cutscene played in my hands. Like, while I was in the train station, like, waiting to connect, get my transfer. No, I'm fine with the Evos. The second one sucks. Quaxly's second form, whatever the hell it was called, Quillium or whatever, I don't know. It was definitely the worst. I don't think there's anything wrong with Skeledirge. Like, I kind of like the idea of, like, a Mexican sombrero wearing crocodile. Like, I'm kind of into it. Well, I guess it's Spanish. A Spanish sombrero. I think the second form of Quaxly definitely looks the worst out of all 9 starters. It looks ugly. It's just not appealing to look at in any way. Alright, none of those are shiny, so I'm gonna walk away from that. You're not shiny. No, I wish the Sprigatito line was different, for what it's worth. The thing that always drew me to grass types was that they were always kind of like this cool hybrid between like reptiles and nature, which I always found very fascinating. Because like the first 2 grass starters were like dinosaurs, right? Like Chikorita and Bulbasaur were both dinosaurs, basically. And I love dinosaurs. And I always liked the you know, the fire types, like the aquatic types were the aquatic types, usually something amphibious. The fire types were, you know, usually sort of mammalian or reptilian, but then you had the grass types who were always sort of like really lizardy or dino-y, and I kind of really liked that. But that changed like when they went to Grookey and whatnot. Like Grookey was like just a monkey. Yeah, not really into it. Like the grass starters I like the most are definitely the ones who like have that like primal aesthetic. Which is why like I thought like a weed cat would be so cool if she like became like an actual like saber-toothed tiger like thing. Like that would have been amazing. But they definitely did not. They definitely did not do that with her design. Sprigatito definitely went the horny route instead of the cool primal route. Gen 5? What was the grass type for that? Was that Snivy? I definitely went with Snivy in Snivy's generation, if that was Gen 5. I definitely liked Grass Snake. I really liked Superior. I thought Superior was super cool. And again, it's that like reptilian grass type thing that's just like a really cool vibe that I dig with. I don't hate Rowlet. But Poplio, or whatever the hell it's called, has definitely grown on me. Since seeing it in Sun and Moon. Or not in Sun and Moon, since seeing Poplio in Pokemon Go and its evolved form, I've ended up liking it a lot more. And I think that's just because in Pokemon Go, it looks like it's just ripped straight out of the Cuphead games. Like, Poplio's design just, like, has such a Cuphead, like, aesthetic. I picked Oshawott and Arceus. Nah, I definitely went with Superior. I had Gajinka art of my black and white team. I'm pretty sure. Like a sketch where Superior, it was like, oh, I'm trying to remember the team. I had a shiny Golurk that my ex gave me. So it was like Golurk, Braviary, Superior, Gyarados, and Cobalion, I think was my team. And I had them all Gajinka, where it was like, Superior was the Emperor, the King, and like Braviary was like the head of the Scout Division, Cobalion was like the guard of the King and all that shit. It was great. It was a cute little sketch. I was sad it never finished. It never got finished. I don't remember the artist who made it for me. I think they just disappeared off the internet one day, and I'm like, well, I have this. That happened with a lot of artists I used to work with, especially on DeviantArt. which that artist was definitely from, where they would like make a piece of art for me and I'd be like, sweet, thanks, I'm gonna like include links to your page and stuff if I ever use this, so like I really appreciate it. And then they just like delete that DeviantArt account or just like disappear and the link would just die and just go nowhere. So I'm like, well, I mean, I'm trying, but like you didn't tell me where you were moving to change the link. I'm not a huge fan of Staraptor. I like Starly. Starly's super cute. But both of the evolved forms, I could probably live with it. Fletchling is probably like my favorite bird line in all of Pokemon. So, I'm pretty biased. Starly's cute. Starly is like an adorable Pokemon. Like if Starly were just hanging out in real life, I'd be like okay with that. But like I find Staravia and Staraptor kind of dopey with like their big old pompadours. Fletchling, Fletchinder, and Talonflame like have a super special place in my heart, and I just love them aesthetically. I think they are absolutely bonkers. They are great. Birds in general don't do much for me. I often just sort of skip them. Oshawott is cool though. Like I definitely went Snivy on my first playthrough, but like I mean I had an Oshawott and a Samurott. And I have the makings of a Samurott Pokemon card game deck. I would play it when in Standard. I don't know if those cards are all still legal in Standard. I don't know if there was a rotation recently. I know a few new sets have come out since I've played Pokemon TCG recently. When I got into doing the Pokemon like video games again, I kind of stopped playing the trading card game. Because like I only have so much brain power for Pokemon, and it's all devoted to shinies right now. So there's still a little bit there that's like trying to brew like GLC decks and like keep my metal deck and like finally get the last few cards I need to make my metal deck like playable. Not that I have anyone here to play with, but like, you know, it's still kind of there in the brain space, but not as much. Talonflame is great. I definitely do enjoy it. I really don't like the P-Dove line. I just find Unpheasant just like uncomfortable to look at, but I know some people really like it, and yeah, that's fair. More power to them. There's enough Pokemon going around for everyone to love all of them. And for the most part, I like every Pokemon. Like I don't get people complaining about shit like Vanillite and stuff. I'm like, yeah, whatever. People are like, you know, all Pokemon have gone downhill since Gen 1. I'm like, I mean, Gen 1 had a pile of just like like toxic ooze as a Pokemon. Just like sentient sludge. Like I don't see how that's any different than like a sentient ice cream cone. Like, I mean they're the same to me. It's fine. I actually got a shiny Vanillite this week in X on the train. Which was pretty cool. Wah. It's still the forever morning. It's so weird to me that I've been doing this for like 2.5 hours and there's been no shift in the day to night cycle. Like I've played Scarlet so much that I have like an internal clock for like the day night cycle changing and it's just not working. It's kind of freaking me out. Wow, look at all these little boys. None of them are shiny though. That's the first time a whole horde of those spawned here. That's cool. Neat. For a long time, Braviary was like my favorite bird Pokemon, though. I loved my Braviary in X and Y. But that love has like definitely shifted to Talonflame. I definitely like Talonflame more though now, but only barely. Especially since like I have a shiny Braviary in Scarlet, and like it was on my championship winning team, like that I did the Elite Four with, which was super cool. Yeah, it's not an early root bird. That's true. I mean, it's kind of an early root bird in this, since there isn't, you know, roots. Like, not as typically. Like, as soon as I get free access to my character, I can just wander over to the desert and get a Rufflet. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. I just mean, like, birds in general. I really like Braviary. Always have. Wattrel is a good design. It definitely looks like a good bird. I've done a lot of Wattrel outbreaks with no shiny popping up though. So big sedge. Alright, back up the hill we go. I-ho, I-ho. It's up the hill we go. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I-ho, 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 I-ho. Ah, man, if we get a shiny Palmo, I can go for a shiny Shinx right at the gate. That'd be pretty spicy. And then we could wander over to the bug gym? I think Mareep spawn around the bug gym, right? Get a Mareep. We could go like a lightning badge kind of deal. But I mean, that's only if we get our shiny Palmo at some point. It's the same, Charger Bug isn't in this game. Ah. Alright, let's go up to the upper shelf. There's not a lot of spawns happening up here, though. It's just kind of barren up here. Rip. God, the lack of music is so disturbing. Like it really comes through at like certain points where the game's just like super silent. Like whenever Flake Coco here isn't fighting. Alright, let's leave the route and go back into it. Hey, let's talk to this guy who's speaking in Japanese. Suge! Let's just like fiddle with the route a little bit. Reset it up a smidge. Gotta keep our eyes up in the trees in case our blood red spider boy spawns up on the branches. Would be nice. I don't know what type of Pokemon Spider Ops is. Is it just a bug? It could just be a bug type. You're not shiny. Neither are you. Something will spawn in at some point. Okay. None of y'all are shiny. Yeah. I always have such a hard time seeing Fletchender. Like, that is a shiny I can definitely miss if I'm not paying attention. Or Fletchling. Ah. I have like a little bit of... Okay, there we go. Better. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my chunky pig. Why aren't you pink, my friend? Don't you want to help me out? I still haven't seen a shiny Lechonk in the flesh. It'd be really cool to get one here. I don't know what the like most optimal route here for this is. I'm sure there probably is one though. Almost positive I'm not doing it. Honestly, circling those trees and coming back seems to spawn like an absolute crap ton of like Fletchinders or Fletchlings and like Palmos and stuff. So I should probably just be doing that. That was not a shiny. That is not a shiny. Scatterbug is just so damn small, man. Like, I'm so concerned one of them could be a shiny and I just walk by it. You're not a shiny, that's just the lighting. That's just the lighting messing with me. Oh. Oh, I wish I could listen to Low Roar right now. Well, that's music I could put on. But I'm pretty sure that music is copyrighted. Is it though? Like, I know that music plays in Death Stranding. Like, it's part of the music in Death Stranding. Like, do they have, like, a special thing where it's just not copyrighted in that game? Or is it just not copyrighted in general? Because I'm pretty sure you can play Death Stranding and listen to their music and not have your stuff taken down. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Death Stranding has like a non-copyrighted music option for the radio. That could be real. I have no idea. I never played Death Stranding. I just know I like the band, that's all. Nobody knows me like you. That's a good song. Think of what you're saying before you speak. These days I can go without enemies. But tearing down the option to make amends. Oh baby, sometimes there's no such thing as more than friends. Let's say what we can before it ends. Nobody loves me like you. That's a good song, man. Nobody loves me like you. Their Low Roar album is definitely their best album. I have bought their, like, all 3 of their albums that were released when I moved to Japan. I think they had 3 albums out, and the self-titled album is definitely, like, the best. It has the most slaps on it. I think that might be their newest. I'm not sure. If it is, their music is definitely getting better. Because I find some of the other songs on their other albums to be a little weird. I mean, I listen to them when they come on my phone when I'm walking, but like, some of them are just like, real weird. Not that the good songs aren't also weird, but they're also weird and really good. You know, it's like a really good combo. But their self-titled album just slaps. It's got so many good songs. Nobody Loves Me Like You. I'll Keep Coming. Took the Easy Way Out. Those are like all bangers. I took the easy way out. It's a good song. I wanna feel so good. Oh. It's a good album. Big fan. I should really keep an eye on their website, see if they put out any new music. I wanted to try and buy some albums recently, but I could just not find digital copies for them anywhere but like iTunes, and I'm like, that's like a no-go for me, my dude. Like, why do you not just have this on your own site where I can just go and buy the digital copy of your album? Why is it that your site only sells fucking vinyls, my dude? Like, come on. I want this music on my phone. I don't want it for a vinyl. Like, that's more of a collector's piece than anything. Like, which could be cool to own at some point, but like right now I just want the music. I was super bummed because I was like really in the mood to listen to that artist. And like going on YouTube and like manually downloading like each song off of like their 5 or 6 CDs, I'm like, nah, there's a little too much squeeze to that juice. That's a little too much effort. I don't have it in me to go and manually find like 100 songs and download each file individually. That's a hell of a lot of work you're asking for me. Just so I can enjoy your music. And like the worst part is I want to pay for it. Like I just want to buy the music, but they just don't have anywhere for you to frickin' buy it, man. Like that's crazy. I don't understand how like in a modern era like a singer, like a group could just be like, yeah, you can buy our music like exclusively on iTunes. Or you can get the vinyl or CD from our website or on Amazon. I'm like, I just want the audio files. I just want MP3s. Like, come on. I just want to buy a zip folder with all of your songs on it. But I want to support you and like get it legitimately instead of pirating it. But you're making that real hard to pull off. And that's kind of an obnoxious, I'm just saying. And it's not even like I could get the CDs and then rip the CDs. Because my laptop doesn't even have a CD drive. I don't know who the fuck thought, like, laptops don't need CD drives anymore, but whoever started that fucking trend needs to piss off. Like, when I got my laptop, I couldn't believe it didn't have a disk drive in any capacity. I'm like, that is not good. Like, I mean, I know that it's sort of an antiquated format at this point, but like, you know, just like music, like now I can't rip any of my music to my computer, like, what about all my songs? Like any CD I have or buy, I can't digitize? Like, that's kind of fucked up. It's like, it's kind of homophobic of you, computer. I'm kind of not into it. So many pigs. So many spiders. What did I hit? Oh. Listen, buddy. You're the wrong color. If you're not white, get lost. Like, if you were a shiny and I just bumped into you without seeing the model beforehand, that'd be pretty freaking pog. See, I've been doing this long enough that my brain's starting like, did they shiny lock all of these Pokemon until after you finish the tutorial? And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure my friend just walked into a shiny Tarantula, like, before doing the tutorial. Like, before seeing Miraidon or Koraidon, I'm pretty sure he found a shiny spider. And I'm like, did he? You never asked. Maybe he doubled back to that spot after the cutscene. And I'm like, maybe. But I'm pretty sure that, like, the tone of his message, like, the post, definitely made it sound like he got it immediately. But, you know, it's just one of those things where you start getting, like, shinied out. That's the thing that just plagues me. Which is probably good. Lets you know you're alive. Damn good song. Nobody knows me like you. Ah, that's a good group. It's a good group. I'm really glad that Hideo Kojima introduced me to them. It's so fucked that I found this band that I really enjoy from a fucking Hideo Kojima fucking fever dream video game. Which stars freaking goddamn Mads, who I adore. I still can't believe I haven't played Death Stranding just because Mads is in it. I love Mads. I've always loved Mads since like Casino Royale. Hannibal? Oh, he was such a good Hannibal. I didn't get to watch all of that TV show, but I really got to enjoy the bits of it I did watch. It was a good time. Mads is such a good actor. I love the story on set where they were like, they were gonna have him like juggling eggs or something, and they're like, hey, so here's how the stunt's gonna work. We're gonna have the stunt double come in and do this, and he's like, why are we doing this when I can just do this? And he just started like juggling the eggs perfectly, and they're like, what? He's like, yeah, I can just do shit like this. He's like, I can just do this. Don't worry about it. I was like, God damn it, you suave motherfucker. Ah, he's great. Big fan. I'd like to see him in more things, but I want him to be doing better roles than what he's been getting. Hold up. We're gonna do a big old shift here, so the camera's probably gonna go a little nuts. Also gonna save. Ooh. Okay. Almost there. Whew. Okay, that feels a bit better. What do I have this notification for? It's just a design game? Alright. That's fine. Sounds good. No other major notifications while I take a moment to just set the controller down for a minute? Aw, Noriko retweeted the stream link. Thank you, Noriko. You're great. Noriko is good egg. Okay. Let's get a blanket back on us. It's chilly now that it's like 1 in the morning. Also, it's like 1 in the morning. Oh, well, this went on. I definitely didn't start this until much later than I initially intended. We might end session 1 soonish and have to continue the first shiny hunt next time. Which will probably be tomorrow afternoon, because I know tomorrow evening I'm recording the One Piece podcast, presumably, with Rudy, and I mean Noriko, if Noriko wants to show up. But I think me and Rudy are doing the Mite no podcast. I have the next episode ready to upload, and I've just been ADHD, like, wait, what? Fight it. That's not a shiny, fight it. I'm not letting this thing run away. Yeah, it's not a shiny. Okay. I hate it when it does shit like that, because then, like, my panic kicks in where I'm like, that's not a shiny, but you didn't fight it, and now it's running away, so now I have to chase after it. Just in the, like, 1 in a million chance it was a shiny, and I'm just seeing it wrong. Because, you know, it's 1 in the morning, and I'm very far away from my screen. Man, I'm glad that's the song I got stuck in my head right now. Because, like, earlier I had a different one of their songs stuck in my head, and it was not one of the great ones. It's one of their shorter songs. It's called, like, Blue Eyes, I think. Baby, quit looking at me with those goddamn blue eyes. That's it. I had that line just stuck in my head on a loop for like hours. And I'm like, I don't even like. I'm not like in love with that song. I don't hate it. Again, it's kind of just super brief. And it's got like a good vibe to it. I won't be here for long. So I'll see you in the next. My blue eyes. They just have like good music. Even their weird music is like pretty fun. Even the music that I'm like, I could skip this, I'm usually like, but I won't. Part of that is probably just laziness, though, to be fair. Sometimes it's definitely just I don't want to get my phone out of the pocket and hit, like, next. For sure. If one of their songs comes on and I'm not really in the mood, I usually just let it play. I have to be, like, really not in the mood for me to actually, like, get my phone up and change the song while I'm walking. That is not a typical thing I would do. Slide. Do do do. That's a good song. That's an oldie. Get to start of feeling so low. And I decided quickly. Yes, I did. Just go down and check out the show. There was dancing and singing and moving to the grooving. And just when it hit me, somebody turned around and shouted, "Play that fucking music, white boy." Let's go say hi to Mom. Maybe she'll give us some shiny luck. I know that's not how that works, but I mean, couldn't hurt. Hello, Mama. Do 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 do. Baby, quit looking to me. Ah, fuck. No, I put the song back in my head. Nobody loves me like you. There we go. We gotta get back to the song I prefer. Gotta get that one stuck in my head. Gotta get that melody up in there. Change my earworm around. Alright. We went and gave Mom a kiss. Let's see if that improves our luck. A kiss for luck? She is a Toronto-based YouTuber who is friends with Quill18. Or at least she was Toronto-based. I think she might have moved. She used to play D&D with him and Briarstone. In their little clique. Their little circle of friends with Quill18, Briarstone, Kiss for Luck, and Demonac being the ones that I notably know about. Let's zoom around. Oh, the Pablo between the trees is back. That's cool. Man, this do be what full odds feels like sometimes. I have gotten a full odds in Scarlet. I got a full odds Tropius. Admittedly, that was like as I was evolving Palafin to, or Finizen to Palafin. It's called Finizen because it's a citizen. Ow. And it becomes Palafin because of Paladin? Maybe, but also Pal because you evolve it with the Union Circle. You can only do it with a Pal? I don't know. I thought it was a play on Paladin because of like the 0 to hero ability and its hero form or champion form or whatever it's called. That's what I thought. I could be wrong though. It's been known to happen once or twice. Though not as often as I would like it to be honest. Sometimes I'm just too right a lot of the time. It's kind of annoying. Sometimes I just wish you could be, you know, a little more ignorant. Just enjoy a little more blitz. Bliss, not blitz. Those are different words. Brain. Stupid 1 a.m. brain saying blitz instead of bliss. What's wrong with me? Alright. I'm not seeing any shinies yet. We're getting some good cardio though. If I didn't have to fight Arven, we could push the cutscene forward. But if I push the cutscene forward, I'm stuck shiny hunting in the cave forever. Like, I won't be able to leave and shiny hunt somewhere else without fighting Arven. Which I technically shouldn't do until I get a shiny. And the worst part is like, once I get a shiny, I'm gonna need to, like, level it up. I'm gonna need to, like, get it to level up a bit. Since I'll be boxing everything else I have. I am starting to feel tired though. I mean, I woke up at like 5 yesterday morning. Maybe at around the 3-hour mark we'll end session 1. We got a lot of encounters. That's for sure. And you never know, right? Like, sometimes you turn the game off for a few hours, turn it back on again, and bam, shiny, instantly. Right? It's just like a puzzle you're having a hard time solving, and then you just leave it alone for a little while, come back to it, and then bam, you have it solved. What's that? Just for shiny Pokemon. Alright, none of y'all are shiny. Like, definitely none of them are shiny. Get out of here. Damn it, Mr. Spider. Get nuked. The reason I mostly hope it doesn't take to level 30 for us to find our first shiny is because we're going to be getting levels way slower. Like, we've been like level 17 for like an hour. Like, that's why I hope Aiko was wrong. Because, like, if we're going to be here to level 30, that's going to take a while. That's going to be a supremely long time. You're never wrong? I don't know. You said you felt your character was boring. That felt pretty wrong to me. You're definitely not always right. Alright. We're gonna do one more loop. I'm not gonna end the stream because I'm an addict. But after one more loop, we might switch games just over to Scarlet real quick so I can see what the new daily stuff is. Okay, here we go. Let's do the loop. Because it do be 1:10 in the morning, and I do be getting up in like 4 hours. My alarm is set to go off. Less than 4 hours. And tomorrow evening, I'm going to be doing podcast. So if I'm going to stream this, it has to be in the morning, afternoon era. So I got to get my Scarlet stuff done in the morning if I'm going to do it. And I want to do it, so I'm going to do it. That's a big fletchling, man. That thing's huge. Not shiny, though. So 0 out of 10. Hey, first 3 hours. Woo. Ah, it's so nice to yawn sometimes. You have a nice big yawn, it just feels so good. None of those hop-pips are shiny. You're not shiny. Yeah. God damn. I mean, that's what I get for starting at like 10 o'clock. I could have started right when I got home from the restaurant, but I did not. Nice. In what? Arceus? Or Scarlet? You were playing Splatoon 3. What are you doing? I didn't see you switch game. Like, I didn't see a notification of you switching games. Arceus? Oh, okay, okay. Yes. I was gonna say, if it's in Scarlet, you can just catch all the evolutions in the wild. You don't have to evolve any Eevees in this to get them all. Alright, we're gonna save. We've got it until level 18, no shiny yet. We will continue this later today, but for now, I'm gonna switch over to Scarlet real quick. And I'm gonna see if there's anything spicy for us to do on the daily list of activities. Any particular outbreak that I might want to do. Just take a peep. I'm probably not gonna do any of them right now, because again, it is like 1:20 in the morning. Sweet Jesus. We'll get a shiny one day. I have faith. Hello, Hoppip. Alright, what do we got? We got Slowpoke. Need that. Need like 3 shiny Slowpoke. So go into Slowpoke's always good. And they're kind of a pain in the ass to catch in Let's Go Pikachu, so that's fine. Ghastly, that's a wash. We don't need to do that outbreak ever. I already have more than enough Ghastlies. Rufflet? We do be needing a second Rufflet for the living dex. We do need that Rufflet for the living dex. Is that a Frostlass? Don't need her. Already got her shiny. Damn it. What a bad day of outbreaks. Is there another one lying around? Or is it just... No, there's one right here. It's a Barraskewda? Or Aracuda, or whatever it's called. Oh, and there's a Motorbike. The engine Pokemon. That's pretty good. I hate the mass outbreaks in these like rivers right here, because I find the Pokemon like spawn inside the rocks and you can't get at them to clear them out. And it's just supremely annoying. Let's quickly check this raid down over here. Hopefully this will be like a 5-star I can quickly just knock out with Iron Fist. Fish. Yeah, you can't release eggs in this. Pokemon said I'm not allowed to release eggs. So even though I got my shiny Dondozo, I need to hatch all the other eggs I have. Or I can't get rid of them and clear up that space. I also have to manually release each Dondozo, which is fucking crazy. And supremely obnoxious. No, that's not the one I wanted to hit. There we go. Good chunk. Alright, let's take a look. Nah, it's just a 3-star. Damn it. I mean, I can check this dragon while we're here. We really would have liked some of these to be like 5 stars, so they were worth doing. 5 or 6 star. Kind of sucks that the lower level raids just like aren't worth anything to me. They just don't have any decent rewards that I need. Since the only reward I need is like the Herba Mystica. Get out of here. Oh, Rookie D's another good reason to try and get a no, 3-star, man. I mean, there's a bug right there. I guess I'll check it. There you go. You don't need the full 242 though, technically. I didn't find it that bad. I found that like a lot of them, like once you evolve one thing into the other thing and then catch one of the things, like it tends to finish pretty quick. I at least felt it went by very quick. Up until like when I was like hunting down the stuff that only spawns in the time-space distortions. Like that's what slowed me down. Like the Pokemon that are only in time-space distortions, which like might appear any 5 minutes, but sometimes can take up to like an hour to show up of you just sitting there with your controller not moving. That shit pissed me off. That was the grindiest shit for me for sure. I just worked through the Pokédex in like alphabetical order. It didn't take too long. I believe you can do it. I think you also only need 240 because 2 of those Pokemon are mythics, right? You don't need Darkrai or Shaman. I don't even know how to get the Shaman quest. I ended up getting the Darkrai one without noticing that's what it was. You trying to go by region? See, I finished the first part of the story for the most part, and then like I got to each region unlocked, and then I started working through the Pokédex like alphabetically. Wow, none of these 5 raids around me were like at all good. That's kind of shit. Alright, well I mean I'm right next to the Slowpoke raid for when I wake up in the morning. That's pretty exciting. Let's go into the town here and hop off. Alright, I hatched all my eggs. I gotta get more eggs. Look at these great stats. Look at this stupid fish. 5 perfect IVs. Beautiful. I don't know if going by region is the most optimal way to do that in Arceus. Oh, here, Aiko, watch this real quick. I think I can show you that clip of the Ghastly from earlier. Maybe. What's this? No, that's the shiny Bronzor. Did I not clip it? Aw, come on. No, this has to be it. Nope. That's Sneasel. Never mind. Maybe I didn't clip it. What the fuck? That doesn't sound like me. I'm always hitting the clip button. There's the Rotom. I managed to clip that correctly. What the fuck? Oh, is it this one? No, that's the Magikarp. I hate Arceus sometimes, man. Like, the Pokeball's just whipping off into nowheres. Ah, man, I thought I captured footage of that Ghastly. Because it was just so fast. Oh, no, maybe I did. Maybe this is it. No? Yeah. I went to the Marlins. Here we go. Bam, shiny. That'll be that'll be a good clip. That'll be a good clip for the YouTube shorts. All right, I want to thank everyone for coming by for the first day of our shiny only violet hunt. We went for 3 hours. We encountered 0 shinies. We'll be back at that grind tomorrow. Aiko, Sea Dog, Ollie, Brandon, everyone, thank you for coming by. Anyone else who dropped by and just lurked for a little while, as always, thank you. And yeah, hopefully we'll get a shiny soon and we can start our adventure. Bye.